Euro, dollar and British pounds are the currencies that we are using right now. In the past, we used French franc, lira, Deutsche Mark and many other currencies. Now what is the difference between this and this? This is the money that don't exist anymore. And this is the new money that the banks give us. We all know that money is losing the value every year through the inflation. Now what is good is that out of the traditional banking system, the new world of digital currencies was created in 2009. Right now, the whole crypto world is $145 billion big. Now, if I go today to America and I show them lira, they don't know what I'm talking about. The same situation I will see in China if I show the Chinese guys a Deutsche Mark. Why? Because all these currencies are in particular countries or in a particular continents. Now, if I go to America, China and Australia and I tell them gold, everyone knows this. So, what is our project? Xaurum is a project that connected digital currencies with physical gold. So we are talking about the first digital currency in the world that is backed by physical gold. So what does this mean is that I can exchange digital currency for normal currency or in the worst case scenario for physical gold. So how the product works? All euros, British pounds and dollars that they came, we buy gold and we give people Xaurums. Xaurum was launched in March 2015. The total collected funds in ICO, they were $50,800 US. With the whole amount of money, they buy 1,016 grams of gold and people received approximately 8 million Xaurums. So we can make a simple mathematical calculation. 50,000 divided by 8 million, we get the result that one Xaurum costed $0.00635 US or half of cent. Not 1 cent, but half of cent. The demand for Xaurum grew up every day. So that means that day number one, 8 million Xaurums in circulation. Today we have approximately 127 million Xaurums outside. Now let's take a look what happened with the gold reserves. Gold reserves grew up from 1 kilogram of gold to 129 kilogram of physical gold. So what does this mean? The first day, Xaurum costed half of cent and it was backed by half of cent of physical gold. So let's say 1-to-1 ratio. Today, the same Xaurum is backed by 9 times more physical gold at the back. So that means that if I do the graph like this, at the beginning Xaurum costed half of cent. This was day number one. Today, the same Xaurum is backed by 9 times more physical gold at the back than it was the first day. So that means that the price and exchange can be here, here, or here. This is just the gold reserves. We are talking about just the gold. Let's take a look at the project in 2015, 16 and 17. In 2015, the total collected funds, they were 100,000 US or 2 kilograms of gold. In 2016, 2.4 million US or 37 kilograms of new gold. In 2017, we have open offices in Slovenia, Croatia and Canada. The result right now is 129 kilograms of physical gold or 7 million in total one. And this is the result only in Slovenia. Now all these countries are coming on board. Let's make a comparison between Bitcoin, Ethereum and Xaurum. Now let's start with our father, Bitcoin. We all know that started in 2009, but in 2012, one Bitcoin was approximately between 2 and 3 US dollar. In 2013, the price grew up above 1,200. And in the next 2 years, it was down to 150. So we all know that traditional digital currencies are very volatility. So if I buy Bitcoin here, and if I sold it here, I have one problem less in my life. So that means that I've got the money. If I bought it here and I sell it here, I've got also one problem at home with my wife. So what I want to say is that, like I said, all these digital currencies are very volatility. Now let's take a look at Ethereum. I like Ethereum because we use Ethereum platform. So, 11 of January 2016, one Ethereum costed 1.808 US dollar. In 11 January 2017, 9.87. In March, April, and May, the price of Ethereum grew up to 400, fall down to 150, and now it's approximately 300. So once again, all these digital currencies are very volatile. Now let's take a look of Xaurum. Xaurum costed in March 2015. The price at the beginning, it was half of cent. And for this amount, half of cent, we buy gold. In June 2016, the price of Xaurum was 0.038 cents, so 3 cents. So from half of cent to 3 cents, so that means times 6. And the gold reserves, they were like here. Now let's take a look at Xaurum today. The price grew to 0.2, so 20 cents. And the gold reserves, they are approximately, they are about here. So what does this mean? The price of Xaurum can be here, here, or here. But the price of Xaurum can never drop below our gold reserves. So, because our gold reserves, they're going up every day, the price on the exchange is just the consequence. So the price can be here, here, or here, but cannot drop never below our gold reserves. This result was made only in Slovenia. Now imagine what will happen that one of, let's say, a little bigger countries come on board. Croatia, Germany, or any other country. Now let's take a look at our facts. Half of cent, 7 million in sales. The price grew up from half of cent to 0.2 US dollar. So that means times 30. Xaurum community, it's approximately 3,300 wallets big. For example, I have 3 wallets, so that means that this is less than 3,000 people in the whole world. This is one small village in Slovenia. Now imagine what will happen with our gold reserves and with our price of Xaurum when we've got just 33,000 or 333,000 of wallets and 100 million in sales. Please make your homework and make a calculation what's gonna be, how our gold reserve will look like with 100 million in sales and with these amounts of wallets. Please tell me your feedback. Okay, let's take a look what I can do with Xaurum and where we are and where we are going to. Xaurum, it's on a coin market cap from day one. So that means that we are there for more than 2 years. Xaurum, it's on the biggest exchange in the world and it's called Bittrex. Now let's take a look. Xaurum is one out of only 4 coins that they were accepted and reviewed by Bittrex compliance among other 250 coins. So we are on the biggest exchange and we've got the certificate. The second thing, we have office in Slovenia, Croatia and Canada. In the next year, we have planned to start with 6 to 12 new markets. We can exchange Xaurum for Bitcoin or any other currency, or in the worst case scenario, I can exchange my Xaurums for physical gold. We keep our gold in a company called Loomis. This is the biggest Sweden company for storing the gold, money and other things. I will mention also Auto Broker. We have more than 20 companies that they are accepting Xaurum as a money. And Auto Broker, it's an international company when I can hire a car or I can buy a car paying only with Xaurum. Our petrol stations in Slovenia, in our Slovenian petrol stations, we can buy gas, we can buy chocolate, and we can buy Bitcoin. Now the company who is providing to this petrol station all the technology, it's called Bitins. And the Bitins decided that they will also sell Xaurums in their all petrol stations. So as we can see, we can do a lot of things with Xaurum. There is no deposits, So what does this mean is that I can start to use my Xaurum from day one. How I can buy Xaurum? We have two options. First option is instant buy, and the second option is monthly order. Now let's take a look instant buy. We split it, or we give people two options. First option is one-time buy. That means that we buy Xaurum at the production price. This is the price that we know, and it's for big investors. How this production price works, we will record the video so you will understand it. So, but in general, it's for big investors. Market order is the second option. For example, we collected today $50,000 US. We buy bitcoins, we go on exchange, we buy, and people receive the average price. So this is instant execution. Now we all know that there's not a lot of people with 5K, 10K and 50,000. So we developed monthly order. So that means that we give opportunity to all. So normal families can afford to buy Xaurums, let's say for example $50 per month. Our Slovenia and Croatia, our goal is to have 10,000 monthly orders for these two countries. So in total, we will collect €500,000 per month for buying new gold. So that means 10 kilograms of new gold every month. On a yearly basis, that means 120 kilograms. We all know that we have already 129 kilograms. So in 1 year from now, we know that we will have almost quarter of a ton of physical gold. So if I draw you the graph that I showed you a few minutes before. So if we achieve this, our gold reserves, just based on a monthly orders, our gold reserves are going to be here. The price on the exchange can be here, here, or here. Here, in this picture, we didn't include any one-time order or market order. One-time order and market order are just extra gold reserves. Let's take a look what happened if we invested €5,000 2 years ago in the bank, if we spend it for buying physical gold, or if we invested in Xaurum. After 2 years in bank, for €5,000 deposit, I get €200 of interest. 2 years ago, if I bought for €5,000 of physical gold, at that time, I received, let's say, approximately 100 grams of physical gold. After 2 years, I still have 100 grams of physical gold in my vault. We just look the price on the exchange. Did I earn or did I lose money? This is the gold. Now let's take a look. Xaurum. For €5,000, 2 years ago, I get 800,000 Xaurums. Remember? One Xaurum costed 0.00635 US. My 800,000 Xaurum was backed by 100 grams of physical gold. After 2 years, I still have 800,000 Xaurums. We all know that the price is right now $0.20 US. And today, my value on the exchange is 160,000 US. We all know that we are on the biggest exchange in the world, it's called Bittrex, and I can exchange my Xaurums 24 hours per day, 7 times a week, 365 days per year on the exchange. So this is my money. But the most important thing is that my gold reserves behind my Xaurums, they grew up 9 times. So 900 grams of physical gold, and my Xaurums are backed by 45,000 US dollar in physical gold. So this is my worst case scenario, and this is my value on the exchange. Okay, let's take a look at our business plan. Our business plan is from A1 to A5. From 2% to 10% commission, and all these groups are based on the volume that we achieve in total. So that means that all this volume is accumulated and it's not weekly. So that means that I start with A1, 2%, and I am in this group between 0 and 12,000 total volume. When I go above 12,000, I get 4% commission, and I am in A2 group between 12 and 72,000. I can start to build my group from day one. So when I achieve 4% or 6% and my co-workers are at 2%, I get the difference in the commission. When I go above 360,000, I get 8% and so on and so on. So this is our business plan for sales. Now let's take a look how to earn 1% extra in our golden pool. For example, I have one customer for 25,000. I get one ticket that is valid 1 month. If I have two customers in total 50,000 in sales, I get two tickets that they are also valid 1 month. Now let's take a look at an example. Our company makes in total 10 million in sales. So 1% out of 10 million is 100,000. If there is 20 tickets in this world pool, I get for one ticket 5,000. So in my case, I had two customers. For two tickets, I get this month 10,000 extra. Now, first 30 days challenge. What does this mean? If I do in first 30 days 360,000 in sales, I get one ticket that is valid 3 months. So 5,000 first month, 5,000 second month, and 5,000 third month. Now, my third option is, when I get A5 and my co-workers achieve A5, I get one ticket that is valid 6 months. And I get one ticket 6 months for every business partner that they achieve A5. So once again, golden pool, you can be in this golden pool based on the rules that we set. So you can be a part of 1% total volume in our company. Now let's take a look how our Xaurum works. Xaurum has got 3 prices: golden price, market price, and production price. Our golden price is the value of the gold behind every Xaurum. Market price is the current price on the exchange, based on demand and the supply. Production price, it's a price where new Xaurums are created. If the gap between market price and production price is big, it's better that the customer choose market price. If the gap between production price and market price is close, then it's better that the customer choose one-time order.